Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Elliott, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. This defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. That's a big let-off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's going to fire one, corner of the end zone.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Elliott. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 17 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. What's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To the air again, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And some room to work. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 6-0 our score after 1. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons. And even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
On play action, Prescott. Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The give is to Elliott. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for LA.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Steps away and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Herbert off of play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And it works for your one to realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A give to Elliott. And he's got room. And they will finally drag him down at the Charger 7-yard line.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A big play forthcoming. Here's it's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And he knocks the ball away and falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, is a rookie last year, in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Nifty move. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for LA.
17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
195 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Now Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeout.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Herbert back to the air. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. On the feet in, they are. What a catch. A big play there for L.A.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.